Welcome back to another episode of Shit I'm 30 with me, your host, Carla Ramirez.
And your boy, Tony.
Yes, we are back for another week, another round of shit talk.
Yeah.
So before we
You
get
sound
into
like a whole trucker every time you do that, bitch.
What?
Shit talk. It's like a horn from a truck just being blown.
You know, I've always wanted one of those like truck horns in my car.
You'll blow everybody
I would love
off the fucking
My
street.
brother has one, and he went to go pick up. I saw he posted on his stories the other day. He went to go pick up Ayana from school yesterday, and he pulled up to that bus stop where you pick her up from.
Yeah.
And just pulls up, watches the kids and starts recording them and pulls the horn. You should have seen them kids jump. It was fucking hilarious.
He drives like a big ass Ford pickup or something.
Yeah,
like
like a 250 or some shit like
Okay.
that. Like
Yeah,
a pickup.
yeah.
They're big.
that. A redneck car.
We drinking this tea like we old. You know how Wendy Williams be drinking her tea? And she puts her little cough drop in there and drinks it.
Your shit tea, bitch. At least, I think you should try Fleets.
I have one. I just saw one in my bathroom. But do they go old? Do they expire?
I don't know. They don't last long around me because we put the water and stuff out. But I use a reusable.
Like one of them things you
bowl.
pull boogers out of kids with.
It looks like that, but it's bigger. Yeah.
Oh, bigger.
I mean, just enough to hold the water.
Not the baby one, the big boy one.
Bitch.
The big boy for my booty.
You are so stupid. But I was thinking that the other day. I think you should try that.
If it doesn't go bad, I might be able to put. You want to do it for me?
Hell, girl, no. That is so disgusting. What the fuck?
Why?
What do I look like putting anything up your
Help me
ass?
out.
No,
That's
so
what friends do
disgusting.
for each other.
No, and you got that fucking dingleberry hanging down there. I don't want to put that shit up there. That shit'll get in the way.
Don't call my little baby ball a dingleberry.
The fuck?
Fuck you. Anyways, this weekend I went over to downtown to Miami for Rolling Loud and had such a good time.
Child, forgot about all her responsibilities.
Every
bitch.
single one of them. I went down there for networking and I got a lot of it done, but I got a lot of fucking partying done as well. Because the people that I went with it was a really good crowd. I met someone over at Dreamville in North Carolina, which I'm wearing my little hoodie right now. I love it. It's so cute.
It is cute.
When I went to Dreamville, I met him there. And he's from LA. He had tickets and he said, yeah, come on down. And he was super nice. And I got to spend the time with him and his friends and like people that he works with or a lot of coworkers. I guess that became friends after so many years.
All right.
And I was lit. You couldn't tell me. I probably spent the entire trip $250.
That's your female privilege, bitch. I don't know how the fuck you go to Miami. My therapist was like, didn't you just come back from Miami? You spent a lot of money. I was like, actually, no, I didn't. I only went for 24 hours. Because, bitch, for one, I had to work Friday.
Bitch, we didn't have to pay to go into the pool party.
Yeah.
We split the food.
Yeah.
The
You ate
picture.
my motherfucking food.
You didn't want it.
We should not have split that shit equally, bitch, because y'all ate all my pizza. I only had 3
so
slices.
you was going to eat the pizza later?
I probably would, bitch, because, after...
Where were you going to heat it up at?
No, it would have been out in the sun, bitch. It would still been hot.
It was raining.
It was not... I would have ate it before the fucking rain came, bitch. You could have let my food digest.
You didn't say... You said, I'm not eating that.
It wasn't up for you guys to eat it.
You said I'm not eating it.
No. Just I shouldn't have split that shit 3 ways. I should have just paid for my little 25% that I did eat of my motherfucking pizza and let y'all motherfuckers pay for the rest. I didn't want to get an attitude to go get fucking empanadas because I'm fucking hungry at that point.
I was tired. Anyways, I went to the festival. It was a good time. I'll tell you guys later a little bit more about the negative parts, but outside of that, I met tons of people, had tons of fun. I took a bunch of cute pictures, and now I don't feel good. So, and then, like you said, this one came down Sunday.
I came down Sunday. Got up, 6 o'clock in the morning.
At the crack of dawn. I could not believe you were on your way.
I had to nair my ass and all this other stuff, try to put on the bathing suit. It was wild down there, bitch. Yeah, I was waiting on Jenna to come wax me, but I couldn't. I just didn't set up an appointment. So, yeah, I had to go to my good old Veet. And she worked. She ain't burned nothing. I left the hair on my nipples, though, bitch. You pointed that out.
You were like, I nared everything. When I look, you got a hairy-ass nipples looking like eyebrows, right?
I nared my chest and everything like that, bitch, and forgot my nipples. So I ain't want my nipples to burn. If you leave that shit up on your nipples, it really get kind of sensitive.
I've never tried.
You never nared? Do you grow hair on your nipples? Do females grow hair on their nipples?
I have one. There's one hair that always grows. Real long, like long. So I pluck it. But I let it grow so I can mess with it. And
be
then,
twisting it up and shit. When it pop, you get mad.
Nah, and then if I think somebody about to go there and lick a little something, I'm like, all right, let me cut it off now.
That is so disgusting. That is so disgusting. I told you when I lit that musketeer, it reminded me of a man, bitch. That's so nasty.
Yeah, you
so
definitely
nasty.
did. But
yeah,
you went to the thing with a bunch of straight guys.
Bitch got there. Yeah, went there to what hotel was that?
The Mondrian.
The Mondrian. Yeah, I went there. It was a whole bunch of niggas out there. Of course, it was rolling out weekend. Everybody was smoking weed. So I was in good company. Carla made this fucking friend, bitch, from
who was this crazy bitch?
Bitch, you met her. So we were waiting on getting our seats and stuff like that, and there was a couple in front of us, and they were going to their session. So Carla just made conversation with this lady, and the lady was like, "Yeah, you can come over and you can split it with us and everything like that." So we looked.
She said you can share.
You can share.
You can share, and I'm like, "What the fuck does share?"
What do you mean by share?
Because her minimum was $750.
Yeah.
So what the fuck I look like splitting that with you?
So she came over and we was like, "No, we're cool." So then she came back over and she was like, "Yeah, you guys want to smoke? You know, my boyfriend or her husband and stuff like that." I was like, "Okay,
cool." Her husband?
I think she said it was her husband.
That nigga looked like he wanted nothing to do with her.
He did. He was bored as fuck. But we went over there. She want to walk around. Now, mind you, I had on little yellow swim trunks and everything like that. I forgot. If I would have known I'd been around niggas, I would have worn my basketball jersey with my basketball shorts like the rest. I would have been in good company with the rest of these niggas. But no, bitch. I had to wear these tight ass little yellow.
You really wanted to wear a white Speedo.
I was going to wear a white
the apartment and put this white Speedo on, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Whole print and balls showing. And I just looked like, is this nigga gonna come out here like that? We weren't going to the beach. We was going to a party.
And I'm glad because I asked, and you were like, "Yeah, to do it." And then Gina was like, "Friend, I think the yellow ones might be appropriate. You know, just where we're going." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I got there was a whole bunch of niggas, so I'm glad I changed because that lady wanted to walk. She was like, "Come, we're gonna go the long way. We want everybody to see us." I'm like, "Bitch, do you see what I got on with all these fucking straight niggas?"
We walking went to the through area sections. Where DC Young Fly was at, so you know it's a bunch of ignorant niggas.
Ignorant niggas. Then Puffy Combs' son.
Oh,
what's his name?
Child, I don't know. The
little light skinned little boy with the little good hair was there.
He was fine, but she paraded this man in his little swim trunks.
She did
all through these niggas.
Going talking about, "I know these niggas want you, girl. Get the fuck out my face with that shit." You got me.
Then she kept saying some other shit at the section, and me and Gina looked at each other, and you over here exchanging numbers, and I'm like, "What is he doing?" We're like planning an escape route, and we're trying to look at you, and you just smoking with the girl, and I'm like, "All right, so we need
that
to get the
blunt
fuck
that
out."
wouldn't stay lit on top of that bitch.
And then you pull out your phone and start exchanging phone numbers. And me and Gina looked at each other and said,
she said she was going, she was like, she had a session at Live later that night.
I don't give a damn.
And I was like, "Okay, cool." She was like, "Yeah, hit us up." And then after I exchanged them, she was like, "Yeah, if y'all want to go in with us." And I was like, "Oh, girl, you just lost me. You just lost me." I don't know when the last time I paid to go to a straight club. Right.
Fuck out of here.
For shit. Fuck
no.
That.
And then also shout out to I don't know her name. Our listener that hired Zoe. I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name. But she was beautiful. She hired Zoe for I believe it was her anniversary or her boyfriend's birthday for her to cook for her. She listens to the show since the beginning. So, hey girl, I met you. You was cute or whatever out there in that pool.
Were. Good seeing you, girl.
Yeah, it was pretty dope seeing you guys. And then all of you guys that did say hi to me at the festival, that was really dope. Like, I haven't experienced yet somewhere where I'm out of town and people are like, "Carla, like, are you the one from here?" So that was really nice to see, like, people not just being shy and just coming up to me, not acting any type of way. So that was awesome.
That was sweet. I love meeting listeners and stuff like that out in public. So it was kudos to y'all.
Yes.
Kudos.
So let's go into our shit you should know. We have been waiting for about 4 years for Ciara to give us the prayer on how the hell she got this man.
Y'all been begging that bitch. Y'all been begging.
Twitter goes crazy. Anytime she goes on a show, the first thing they ask her is like, "What's your prayer?" And she's just like,
"That nigga a unicorn. You know, he just bought his mama a house."
Did you see that?
Yes, a big ass house on Mother's Day. She's talking, "I'm about to pee on myself." Like that was so sweet. Russell is such a dope man.
So what I read from the report on Blavity, she sat down with Angie Martinez. And which I absolutely love. Shout out Angie. You know, one day you're gonna listen to this and she's gonna be like, "Oh, she shouted me out." Okay, let me shut up.
I ain't gonna say what you just said, but go ahead.
What?
Carla said Angie is gaining a little weight, and I don't know why she's gaining weight.
First of all, we're gaining weight together. I'm doing what she's doing.
I said Angie is also getting older, so it's kind of hard. Her metabolism probably slowed down. So
we all gain weight at some point in time.
Yeah. Angie, just in case you listen to this as a friend, one of my friends said you gain a little weight, you might want to change your diet.
I did it. I said you got no, fuck that. I never said you got to change your diet. I said you're getting a little weight.
I'm suggesting maybe you should change your diet because
he's suggesting not talking shit. I was just like, cool, she's getting a little.
I'm that friend that's gonna tell you gaining weight. So Angie, you gaining a little weight, girl.
And anyway, so Ciara finally led the world in on her prayer, and she sat down with Angie and told her that she thought she would be single for 4 years, and it was such a specific time frame. She didn't know why. She was 29 at the time, so she figured that she would be about 33, and she says that she doesn't know why it was the 4 years, but she wanted to take her time. She wanted to be patient. She wanted to let love fall into place, like in the right way, which is, I guess, what we all want at some point in time. Just let love be perfect. She desired something new, she says, and she decided to be loved at the highest capacity that someone deserved. And I was just like, well, damn, we out here just trying to find a couple niggas I pay a bill to. Some of you love me and fuck me good. That's the first problem with our love. Yeah. So that's the first thing we need to take into account before the prayer begins. That we need to know that we need to take our time to find someone that loves us, and that you love them the same.
And people need to be ready for love. I think you need to clear the path to allow love to come into your life. So that means working on yourself, working on the baggage and shit like that you have in order for a man to actually come and love you. Some of us have found love and didn't even know that we even found it because we wasn't ready for it.
Right. Oh, and I'm sure that happens all the time. So some of the prayers, are y'all ready? Get your pen and papers out, write this down. She says, I prayed for a God-fearing man. So if you're an atheist, you're not going to get a Russell. She prayed for discernment. I prayed for wisdom, to really learn from the wisdom that I gained from the experience I was going through. So, which I'm thinking it was the experience she went through with Future
and Bow Wow.
Oh my gosh, she had some bad relationships.
She did.
Poor baby. So she prayed that she would learn from that. She prayed for a man that loved kids because obviously she had a son, and if you're going to love her, you had to love her son, and that's so important, especially for everybody our age right now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have kids yet, but for women especially, we have kids, and you want to find someone that loves your kid like if it was theirs. That's really fucking hard to find.
It's hard. When I got in my long-term relationship, he had a child, and I always had this rule: if you have kids, I'm not dating you. And it took my mama to tell me to grow the fuck up. I'm getting to that age where I'm going to start meeting people that have kids, and it's just something you're just going to have to deal with. And you had a stepdaddy, so nigga, it might be your turn.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad I was able to overcome that obstacle, because it was a pretty dope relationship. It's a great experience.
Right, but you need to make sure you were ready for that. You committed yourself to that. So you have to find someone who's willing to commit to that with your child, because you don't want to give your all to a man or fellas, a woman that is not ready to be there for your child like you are there for them. And I'm not saying that they have to step up and be mom or dad.
Yeah,
it's just be the best stepfather or stepmother they can possibly be.
Yes.
And then she said she prayed for a man that was worldly as well because she loves to explore. Ooh, that's one of my prayers. I need a man that wants to travel and see the world and see culture.
It's so funny because she was talking all about this God and religious stuff, and when you say worldly, I automatically think of like,
what'd you think
the
of?
worldly things. I don't know, like, stunting and all this other stuff, like being attached to cars. And
that's
that what I thought. Yeah, just going with it, because that's when people say, "Oh, you of the world," meaning that you're of things, like you of things that's not spiritual. So I'm glad.
When she says worldly, she meant traveling and was willing to explore the world and different cultures, and just learn something new every day. And you can tell they do that shit all the time. You see them on the boat with their babies every time. It's such a family.
It's a bonding experience. You get to experience the world together and make these memories, and it's something that you will always share, even if you're not together. You're like, oh, I went to China with Russell, or it's a great experience.
And we've been waiting for 4 years for this prayer, and there's all the same shit our grandmama's been telling us to pray for all these years.
Yeah.
So we should just sometimes listen to our grandparents or our mothers, and there's certain things that it's just what we look for also in a friend, and just a good person to have around. Have someone that truly loves you, that cares about you, that is willing to learn with you, is willing to grow with you. So she didn't pray for anything that we didn't already know.
Well, God, I'm gonna add something to this prayer. God, send me a man with a good credit score, about an 800 credit score. He needs to be over 6 feet. God, make him dark and chocolate, Lord. I need him to be chocolate as hell. God, he needs to work out. He ain't gotta have no kids, so I don't care about that. And he needs to love himself as well as loving others. That's what I want.
Then you praying for me too? Because that dark chocolate man, if he comes to me first, I'm taking him.
Bitch, bitch, if he wants you can have him. I don't compete against no hoes. You can take of any kind. I don't care what sets you out. Just go on, take that ass. You need to be all about me if we're going to be together. Like, honestly.
Literally, I want a man who worships me. And that sounds weird when you say it, because like I'm not a god or anything like that, but I want you to treat me like there's nothing else. Like worship me whenever, like rub my feet, give me head rubs. Oh, head rubs.
Told you I love
and forehead kisses.
Yeah, a forehead
legs,
kiss will open up a woman's floodgates, honey. Only thing you need is just kiss on that forehead, and then kiss on the forehead and leave the bitch alone. Just go on about your business.
Yeah, don't kiss the forehead and then grab a titty.
Yeah,
no, kiss the forehead and just say like I love you, and just lay there. Trust me, I'm gonna take your pants off. Yeah, you don't gotta do nothing else. Aggressive. If you kiss me in my forehead and then try to go for something else, I'm like, now you was just trying to get something. Kiss me and leave it alone. You might have to scream out #me too, okay?
But yes.
Today we're going to talk about loves. Like, we're going to keep this going with love. Just because both of us, even though you weren't married, it was still a long-term relationship. And I told you
it was almost 6 years, yeah.
Yeah, I just talked about in the last episode that I don't know if I want to do marriage again. Maybe somebody might change. I might have a Russell come about and, change my mind about the whole thing because, $140 million might make me change my mind.
No prenup.
What? No prenup.
No free. Well, I don't know. I still will get a prenup because you just never know what you might. You don't know what you might become, right?
That's cool.
And so you still are willing to split? But didn't you have this last relationship, like that issue in your last relationship when you got a divorce?
He didn't try to take half, but he gave me a couple of years. He didn't have shit to take. The only thing he could have taken was my house, but my dad was really smart about not putting it under my name, so he couldn't take the house.
Smart.
I don't know. I don't.
My mentor, when I first got in real estate, she divorced her husband because she caught her husband cheating with, and both of them are real estate agents, and she caught her husband cheating with the admin. And so what she ended up doing when she divorced him, they didn't have a prenup. She told him what she wanted half, so she got half the business. So I was talking to her and everything like that, and I was like, "Listen, I ain't gonna get
smart.
Yeah, real smart, bitch, because the bitch can't save her fucking life. The only thing she know how to do is type up a fucking letter. That's it. That bitch can't do shit else when it comes to selling.
Well,
but she has a whole successful real estate business, own a couple of Keller Williams offices as well.
Wow.
That's how big this bitch is. But I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get married to a rich man. I'm not gonna get a prenup. And she was like, let me tell you something. Every smart business person, I don't give a fuck what side you're on, have a prenup.
It's a contract.
Yeah, it's
marriage
a contract.
is a contract.
So I believe in prenups, and I will get one.
No, I believe in them as well. I think I was just saying, like, if me right now today got a $140 million man, you ain't looking up right now. I don't believe in those things.
Okay, bitch, you're gonna be like Portia off of Real Housewives when that boy mom is coming pushing about a prenup and stuff like that.
I don't watch the Real Housewives.
Yeah. She's Dennis. They're getting married, and then a prenup.
The one that just had the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So she did sign a prenup.
I haven't watched that show. That show was kind of stupid. She has a spinoff from the Real Housewives about her having a baby. Portia's having a baby. I think it's like 3 episodes. Nene Leakes called it a commercial.
That bitch is shady as fucking. I love it.
That's why I love it. But yeah, child, they was talking about them getting a prenup. So yeah, I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do. Like if I really did have it in front of my face, I would definitely have to consider it because you can put whatever you want in that prenup. Yeah. It's not going to say like half or there's so many different prenups that you can have. You have your own contract, your own business arrangement.
That's the only thing it is. You guys thinking it's like protecting someone's assets. No. It's also to make sure that you're protected after the relationship and everything like that. So it's good to get it out the way.
So with love and falling in love and being in relationships, I'm like, how did it all start for me and my 2 long terms and how did it all end? And there's 5 stages of love that you found in one of these in an article. And the 5 stages were 1 was falling in love. Stage number 2 was becoming a couple. I was like, cute things are real cute. Disillusionment is number 3. Stage 4 is creating real lasting love. And stage 5 was using the power of 2 to change the world.
Which is my favorite.
That is my favorite too. Actually, I think becoming a couple is my favorite because it's so much fun and you get to have so much sex. So number 1, falling in love. And this one's just the best part when everything's good. You have your hormones, your dopamine, everybody's horny. It just feels good because you see a future with them.
Yes, you see the best in that person.
Yes, they come out with like their best attributes.
Yes.
And sometimes they're faking that shit. That's when this is when you see what the shit that they're faking.
Yes.
That's the falling in love.
I felt for that shit.
What have you fallen for?
What have I fallen for with someone when it comes to faking?
Yeah.
Someone acting like they actually have it all together and they actually don't. people tell little white lies and elaborate on things that it's just not really there. For example, I own a house when it was his mom's house. I'm almost finished from paying for my car, although you were 3 months behind on that car. And that car got repossessed.
But they had a nice car. You just didn't know they had bad credit.
Didn't know they had bad credit. Kept overdrafting on his account, but he was paying for everything. But every time he was paying for something, he was swiping his card and it was getting overdraft.
So when I met my baby daddy, Ayana's dad, I was in high school and I met him playing basketball. So I used to go to LA Fitness to play with men so I would get better.
Yeah.
So I meet him. My parents broke me up with my high school boyfriend. It's really a sad story. One day I'll tell it. And I meet this guy. So we start hanging out and the first time we have sex, he's a virgin. I get pregnant. He doesn't even finish. Ayana's a pre-cum baby.
You say that.
So, yeah.
And every time you say that, I just like, Lord Jesus. Poor Ayana.
I'm a little pre-cum
baby. So tell
baby.
a child that you're a pre-cum baby.
Correct. But he used to pick me up in a Navigator. So this is back in 2004. Ooh. He had a big body Navigator, baby. He went to Full Sail.
That's them drug dealer cars. That's how you know the drug dealer had money. My stepdaddy had one, bitch.
So he had a black Navigator. He had an apartment right off of Cimarron, one of them townhouses over by the airport.
In high school?
Well, he's 2 years old, so he was at Full Sail.
Okay.
So Full Sail's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
He's driving this Navigator, and he got this townhome all by himself, and he's from Jersey, like just doing a damn thing. I get pregnant, so I'm thinking everything's cool. My mama kicked me out. Same day she finds out. Yeah, I got kicked out the very same day she found out. But after a basketball game.
I hear that's common in Spanish cultures.
Yeah, to kick your ass out. Then she called him. He had to come pick me up. When I get there, within a week, I realized they family ain't got no money. He's living off student loans, bitch.
Catfish, bitch. Gotta ask.
Got me good. So I think that's one of the times, although he was a great man, he still is a great man. Like our marriage fell apart we were young.
Right.
All different reasons. But I did get caught up. Big, tall, black guy, like played basketball, was at Full Sail, had a Navigator, was broke as fuck.
Bitch, and I think because of that, this instances that happened to you and I both, it's like now I'm not really impressed when a guy come to me and try to be all flashy and shit. Especially now that I got my own. I really don't. And if I see that you got I see liabilities now when you come to me with flashy stuff. You got a big ass townhome, you got a big ass Navigator, your ass in school. What I'm looking at, bitch, you got student loan debt, your ass don't own this motherfucking car, you got a car note. You can't afford to take me on a date to McDonald's, nigga, because you in so much debt.
Right.
So I don't get excited. You come to me with a good old Toyota that's paid off, and you traveling and living your life.
As long as we can travel and we have a good. No, I'm lying. You have to have some bread at this point in time in my life.
Oh, I'm not saying you got to be broke, bitch. I'm never saying that.
No, you're saying so have the money stacked up in the bank. Have own your house. Own your car.
Have some assets.
Yes, and liquid cash.
Yes, liquid cash. Yes, you do have to have liquid cash. Now I understand if your money is tied up in investments and all this other stuff.
That's another deal. Investments, actual investments.
Yeah.
Those two we're talking about are most likely real estate and stocks.
So my ex, he used to tell me he doesn't have liquid cash. It used to be that used to be his little go to whenever we want to do something. Oh, I don't have it liquid. Well, bitch, what is it in? Because I don't understand. Like, I haven't seen anything that come across to show that you invest. You don't talk about investment. So
what was he investing
where's the
in?
cash? Nothing, bitch.
He was broke.
His mouth. The thing, he made a lot of money, girl, but he spent a lot of money as well. He was a hairstylist. So hairstylists get money like drug dealers. I tell people all the time, they get cash in hand and they spend it just as quickly. So, yeah, he can make about $2,000 in a day, but shit. He'll spend $3,000 in a day.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you don't get too caught up in the fall in love stage. That's when you start to try to learn someone. But then if you're still, a couple of months in or a couple of weeks into that falling in love, you decide to become a couple, which is stage 2. That we're going to make
a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks.
That's how long it take you to fall in.
I don't know.
It takes me a while now, especially to get.
Well, now it would take right now at this point in time. I don't want it. Today, I don't want it. But back then, or when I was getting in, I think with Jay, it took me about 6 months.
Okay, because that's how long it took me. It took me about 3 to 4 months before I said, okay, we're a couple.
3 to 4 months is a good time.
Yeah, that 90-day rule that Steve Harvey came up with just twisted a little bit.
Yeah. He told me he loved me about 3 months. I just got to put that thing on him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was in love. But that's not fake love.
You in love with a Punani. That's what that is.
Right. So when you become a couple and you make it official, so now you're 6 months to a year in, this is when you decide to either have kids, like you get, I think at our age, within a year, if you don't want to get married, I think I've said this before. If you don't want to get married and you're not seeing it, let it go. Mm-hmm. What the fuck you wait till I'm 40? Yeah. My pussy starts like getting wrinkled and shit, and now what? I gotta go find somebody else? No, I don't have time for that.
Marriage is a big thing to me, especially now that gay marriage is legal.
Is it legal everywhere still?
It's legal. It's legal in the United States now as a whole. The Supreme Court went ahead and passed a ruling on it where it made gay marriage legal. Now, whether or not Donald Trump is going to overturn that's another different story. He's trying to overturn every type of gay right that Obama passed. He's trying to undo what the Obama administration
every
did.
Mexican right,
which is so fucking sad.
He calls it Mexican, but it's crazy because it's every Hispanic.
But yeah, I do want to get married. I feel like it is a contractual agreement, and if something happens to you and everything like that, and it's something that you and I both have taken time to build, I don't want to have to go through the courts and probate and all this other shit to fight for something that I helped build. So that's one reason. And two, why not? Why not get married? I know that you've been married before, and you said you don't want to be married again.
Right now, I can't fathom meeting someone that I want to marry.
Why?
I don't know. I don't even want to be in a relationship.
You don't want to be in a relationship?
Not right now.
Oh, well, girl,
I'm busy.
Y'all doing a lot of relationship things, bitch. But
first of all, shut up.
Okay.
I'm not doing any relationship stuff. I'm working. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, if you're in your 40s and it might be past your child rearing stage where you don't shut up, you shut the fuck up.
I want some brownies, bitch.
If it's past the time where either you don't want to have kids or you're past the stage of having kids, this is when you start developing a bond with the person and you become a couple. So it's like when you get married, where you start deciding like what you want to do, like buying a house, like doing all these things and building a life together.
So you get married becoming a couple stage? Because
yes.
I feel like you should get married first and then purchase a home.
Yeah. Or what if you don't want to get married?
Okay, so
it's still a business arrangement. You should definitely have a contract.
You definitely should have a contract.
It's 50-50.
Something should be spelled out. But I feel like I tell couples all the time, like if you're going to buy a home and you're in a relationship, buy the home in your name first. Okay. And then once y'all get married, then you sell that home that you did buy and go ahead and use the profits for y'all both to come together and buy a house together. I don't really, because I've seen a lot of instances when people buy homes and they're not married. And then it comes to, okay, now we're not together anymore. What are we going to do with the profits of this home? And it's like, oh, well, I can't move out because, bitch, this is my home. And it's just like, well, bitch, I've been paying half of the mortgage since I've been here. I helped you buy.
But it's in both their names usually?
No.
Only whoever put it in their name is a smart one.
Yeah,
smart.
It's smart. No, I would take that back. It's my aunt actually bought a home with her partner and they were not married, and it was a big thing. They ended up having to rent it out because both of them could not agree on whether to sell it or not. So I've seen, and we know some motherfuckers that out here living with dudes, furnishing their entire house. They go out and buy the house. They show up to the closing what deal? Yeah,
What's it called?
Closing table.
The closing table. They there taking pictures. Like our new home. Love each other. Let's put a family picture up.
Hold the keys. House? Who owns the house? Men, let me tell you something. Men do that all the time. Men be the one buying the homes, and the girls come in they picked out the house, they decorated the house.
The kitchen cabinet should be this color. Yes. They put the little flower on the side because now they're plant parents. Be there
all happy. We bought a house together. Yes. No, bitch, he bought a house.
They stand there with the sold sign, and then a year from now he cheat on you. I tell you to get the fuck on, and now you got to go to Section 8.
And you said it right. He cheat on you and tell you to get the fuck out his house. So, ladies, be smart. Don't go into investments with these motherfuckers and your name is not either on a marriage certificate or your name is not on a fucking deed.
On the deed. You don't have to be married to share that house 50-50. So if you're like me and you're a little jaded and you don't want to get married, but you want to spend the rest of your life with them and you want to buy a home, buy it as an investment. They at the end of the day make it a business deal.
Yes, it should.
And if they don't want to make it a business deal, baby, he's not going to share with you at the end of the day. So get the fuck on, or buy your own house and have separate homes.
And girls, don't come here and just try to use this man money to buy this house and think you have a say so. If you ain't bring no money to this deal, it's not an investment deal. It's not your house. Period.
You so go to that closing with none of the closing costs.
Yeah,
shut up.
Shut up. Just sit there. And don't pay the motherfucking mortgage either. Let that nigga pay the mortgage too. Keep your money in your pocket and you stack.
Right. So, and that's another thing, bitch. These niggas will move these girls in. Yeah. They decorate and everything, and that bitch is paying fucking a third or half of that mortgage. Yeah. And then you gotta go.
See, this is what I do. This is what Wendy Williams suggests, right? She was like, don't put your name on a lease or nothing like that. Have it in somebody else's lease, but you buy all the furniture and shit like that, right? Have everything in there. So when you do have to move, it's like, okay, bitch, if I'm moving, I'm taking all of my motherfucking furniture and shit. So I don't know what the fuck you gonna say. Yes, now you can do that because there's some shit you can take with you and put you into your new house, and that way it kind of helps. But do you
really? What if you buy this big ass section and now you got to move into a little ass apartment? The section don't fit.
Oh, I did that.
You split it in half.
Yeah, we split that motherfucking motherfucking session or twice because we got back together twice. And my friends, the mutual friends we had will go back and forth and laugh their fucking ass off because I had one half of the session in my motherfucking house. And bitch, I sure did.
You know, like those little hearts that are like two hearts and you keep one heart.
Exactly.
You kept one. You got back together
and
for the couch.
When we put the couch back together, my friends was like, "Oh, the couch is back together. This is so sweet, bitch." And it was like for real shit.
I didn't know you back there because I've been talking cat shit.
Bitch, yes, bitch, yes, yeah.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey guys, listen up. When is the last time you ate a breakfast that you felt good about? I usually spend my mornings rushing my teenager out of the door, and I don't always have time to make myself a good breakfast. I've been needing something quick and easy in the mornings, but also a breakfast that's nourishing my body. So let me tell you about my breakfasts that have been completely transformed ever since I started Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest has become my best decision recently because it's ready in 5 minutes max. I have a real organic fruits and vegetables before I even finish my morning coffee or my chai tea latte. Daily Harvest delivers carefully sourced chef-crafted smoothies, savory bowls, overnight oats, and more built on fruits and vegetables. Everything stays fresh in your freezer until you're ready to eat it. You can choose from more than 50 nourishing options for any time of the day. Ready to blend smoothies, harvest bowls, soups, and more. Each serving cup takes one step before to prepare. You just add water or milk to a smoothie, heat up the harvest bowl, boom, there you go. My favorite cup is the harvest bowl with sweet potato and wild rice. It has tomatoes, beans, avocados, and mushrooms. I emptied the cup into a pan, added 2 tablespoons of water, and literally, guys, in 5 minutes, I put it all back in the cup. Bam, there was my lunch right after the gym. All of Daily Harvest ingredients are carefully sourced for maximum nourishment and flavor. You can actually see all the ingredients when you open up the cup. Now, for our amazing listeners of Shit I'm 30, go to daily-harvest.com and enter promo code Carla30 to get 3 cups free in your first box. That's promo code Carla30 for 3 free Daily Harvest cups at daily-harvest.com. daily-harvest.com. Join me. I've been posting them on my social media, which ones I'm eating, what smoothies I'm making. It's so easy. And you guys know, I just don't have time to sit in the kitchen all day long. I like to cook, but sometimes I just need to get my breakfast or my lunch ready and keep it moving. So again, daily-harvest.com and enter Carla30. And then when you get them, post them. Let me know which one's your favorite. All right, now let's get back to the show.
Yeah,
that's smart. So this is the becoming the couple part. Then this is when everything happens, when the couch gets separated, disillusionment. So it's a period when things start to feel bad. You're getting in each other's nerves. It can occur slowly throughout time, like he started to breathe a little too hard.
Yeah.
Or he's just not washing the dishes, like it's really getting on your nerves.
Niggas start to gain weight.
They start to gain weight. Like it can be little things, or it can happen really, really fast. And it's like at a flip of a second, everything is just wrong. It doesn't feel good. You don't want to be with them. You feel like you want attention from somebody else. The sex might not be as good anymore. You might get it's like it's not monotone. Like sex is just boring.
Yes, it's boring.
It gets boring.
There's no excitement or anything like that. Yeah, it's the same thing over and over. This is the stage where most relationships end. To be honest with you, most couples do not make it past the 3rd stage of the 5 stages of love, which is sad. But yeah,
I remember with Ayana's dad, everything he did, everything he said annoyed me. Yes. If he tried to do something nice for me, it annoyed the shit out of me. He will cook and I'm like, why did you use that pan and not the other one?
Girl, listen, the boy I dated, his breath stank. Now, when I was in these first 2 stages, I didn't know his motherfucking, I could deal with the stank breath. He said he had stomach issues.
How did you deal with stank breath?
I don't know how the fuck I deal with it because I hate smells. Okay, I hate smells. But we're going to get into this a little later. He spoke to my love languages. Okay, he hit my love languages like a fucking G-spot. So I was able to look past his little short black ass with that stank ass breath and the crooked ass teeth and that stomach that looked like a fucking wet paper bag. Girl, I was so unattracted to him. I remember when I first found we first went on a date. I told my coworkers, I was like, he ain't my type, but I'm gonna go get a free meal. And that motherfucker talked my motherfucking pants off, bitch. And we didn't have sex for the first 2 months. I think it was like a month or 2 before we had sex. Yeah, but oh my God, just the greatest conversation.
So when you were having sex and like he's maybe like on top of you or something, And like, you know,
we didn't have sex that
like
much.
Missionary?
I swear to God, we didn't have sex that much. I think out of our relationship, we probably had sex like once or twice a month, if that. I used to fake a headache.
But it was, okay, so a headache?
Yes. I used to fake a headache and stomach ache.
So this is the stage when you fake having something wrong with you,
Yes.
to not have sex, to not go on a date, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
At this point, you don't know why. There could be a legitimate reason.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not for each other. But sometimes it gets here, and when things get hard, we usually just say, let's go back to the easy part.
Right.
Let's start in step 1 with somebody else. So to get to step 4, you have to realize that this shit is normal.
Mm-hmm.
We're all human. We go through certain things. That fake ass headache that you don't want to have sex. Why is it happening?
Right.
Let's talk about it. And communication hits here.
Communication does, but this is a great stage to go through. It tests your relationship, and he and I went through therapy in this stage in our relationship, and I guess therapy just let me know, like, nigga, you ain't happy. Period. Just go. Ain't nothing. I think we reached. I reached the end of that relationship at this particular.
And that's
stage.
funny because that was how many years ago for you?
Oh shit. 3 to 4 years ago.
So that happened to you 4 years ago. Mine was 6 months ago. We went to therapy, and this therapy is what, I'm not gonna say therapy broke us up. Therapy is what led us to communication, to realize that right now is just not the right time, and it led us to separate and not be together anymore. But therapy can also get you to get past from stage 2 to stage 4, or end it at stage 3.
Both couples have to be willing to want to get past that, and work together. But therapy just basically opens the door and shows you the path that you're already walking down, and helps you get to where you need to be for yourself. So
this is a good time to do your love language with that person, and then we'll talk about the 5 love languages in a minute, and we'll tell you which one ours is, just in case anybody out there looking want to talk to me in my love language. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
6 figures or better.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I can do 90 right now. It's cool.
Girl, listen, 90 if you're not writing shit off, 90, I can do 90. Because, you're entrepreneurs, you can write off some shit, and you only making $30,000, but you made 90.
Oh, no, fuck that shit.
So, yeah.
So, stage 4, which is like the critical one after you get past stage 3, and it's creating real lasting love. So, there's nothing more satisfying than being with someone who sees and loves you for who you really are. This is when you realize through therapy or communication that maybe we both have daddy issues, or maybe you have issues with your mom from growing up, or you have some traumatic PTSD of something when you were younger, and now have to be compassionate and empathetic towards you. And it's like, so this was aggravating me because you went through this.
But
so now I can understand. And it's understanding that has to do. So you have wounds, you have pain that now I'm going to be there to help you heal through. Yeah. And you have to do that for each other, because all of us have trauma from our childhood, especially if you're of color. We're coming from some fucked up generations behind us.
Yes, we are. We are basically doing what we saw our parents do and what they saw their parents do.
Right.
And we're taking all this baggage. But it's a beautiful thing when that person is able to recognize your flaws and be like, you know what? I accept your flaws and all, and I'm going to help you get past
And
this.
I'm still going to love you. I'm going to live with you. I'm going to go through all of this with you.
Beyonce made a song, Flaws and All. I don't know why you love me. You accept me, flaws and all. Which is
you have to
dope.
love their flaws.
You do. So, and I wonder what stage Beyonce and Jay-Z is in their relationship. I think they're past the number 3.
They're at 5, bitch.
Bitch, they are.
They are at 5. So let me show y'all how Beyonce and Jay-Z are fucking stage 5.
Yes, you're right.
So you're at 4. This is when she decides to realize that he has whatever issues from his childhood or his past, and he's been cheating. Is why he's been cheating. They get past it, and they get to number 5, using the power of 2 to change the motherfucking world.
Yes, everything is love. Yes,
we have the opportunity now as 2. We're a power of 2. We're an empire. We're doing this together. So we went from me and you to us.
I would not let you shoot the nose off my Pharaoh. I'm quoting a lot of Beyonce and Jay-Z
I see exactly
songs.
that shit.
Yeah, you didn't listen to that album?
No.
That is one of the most.
Title?
Well, they originally, I don't know if they put it on Spotify, because usually just release it on Tidal and put this shit. You need to get Tidal for it. You don't even listen to music.
Right.
I think they need to start updating their podcasts and shit like that on Tidal, because they don't. Tidal can be a dope platform, but I digress.
They do have some podcasts.
They have some.
Some, yeah.
Some, not all of them, right?
Right.
They can compete with Spotify. But yeah, that couple, that relationship, that album is about stage 5, about how they're coming together, they're changing the world, they understand they had
Is this
shit.
Lemonade?
No, this is Lemonade was her stage
4.
3.
3.
Yeah.
So which one's stage 5?
Stage 5 is like, okay, we're together.
No, what album?
Everything is Love, and they did a joint album together.
Oh. Wow.
So, and they talk about like, hey, legacies and everything like that, passing things on to their kids, changing the way the culture sees love and all this other stuff, and just really trying to wake up Black America.
So this says 444.
No, 444 is his response to Lemonade, which I think is his 444 should be stage 4.
Okay.
I wonder where 444 came from. I need to look that up.
Because by that time, they have it on there. It has to do with home, like with the kids at the time. I don't know.
Yeah. But Everything Love is a very powerful album, and I think especially a person of color should.
So once you pass stage 4 and you decide that you were going to be together, do something with the power that you now have. Not too many people reach stage 5, so it's like you receive this medal. It's like a gold medal in the Olympics. You're there. You got it. What are you going to do now? Write a book maybe about how you got there. Maybe do couples counseling for some people. Maybe create a business where you're giving back to the community together. Yes. Like become an empire for people behind you. Employ others. If you're a teacher, like go out there and support them so you can do things together. It's just whatever.
Create generational wealth for your offsprings. This is what you do in stage 5.
And if you don't have offspring, some people don't want to have kids, then for your family, for your next of kin, for your community, for other, like for
Oprah and Stedman, what they're doing. And they're not even married, dude.
Nope.
And Oprah Stedman just came out with a book, and Oprah put it on her live. And Oprah doesn't really I don't think she does social media like we do, but she's just in the bed and she's just snapping Stedman, and he's so excited about this book because he did so much research, and she's just there, just letting him just bask in his glory and everything like that, and just giving Stedman his moment.
Cute.
And it's just like, I was like, oh my God, you guys have been together for so long.
Yeah.
And you have not let society's expectation on you fall prey to your relationship, right? You didn't let that take advantage and think that you have to live up to their expectation. Because people told Oprah all the time, why are you not married to Stedman?
You don't have to get married.
I don't have to get married. I don't want to get married to Stedman. Me and Stedman, we're fine.
Right.
I still think she bumping pocketbooks with Gail, but that's another thing.
You think so? Shut the fuck up.
I know Oprah smoked weed. I know Gail smoked weed.
Oh, they for sure smoke weed together, but I don't think they're eating each other coochie. No. They just cooking together and putting lettuce and shit in the backyard.
Oprah got a lot of masculine energy, bitch.
So do I, and I'm not out here carpet munching.
You also ain't 50 years old. Talk to me when you're 50 and see if you pump pocketbooks.
So what?
I think
you think I'm gonna be with a girl by the time I'm 50?
I think it's gonna be I don't know. I think it's gonna be a girl that's gonna come and she's gonna tap that ass for a good time.
First of all,
I'll tell you how your first female experience. Hey, never change. I told you sexuality is on the spectrum, child.
Yeah, I guess.
It might happen.
I don't think I'll be with a woman.
You got a lot of masculine energy. I see you strapping up and everything.
Me strapping up? You know what? I thought about it.
See,
like I'll think about but then I'm like, I don't want to see the man get it, but no, like I wish I had a dick so I can just slap somebody with it. That's the type of mask. I just want to hit somebody with it, but that's about it. I don't want to put it in no fucking bitch. No, I'm not doing it.
Not yet.
No, what the fuck? Take the yet out. I don't want to.
I don't know why we've been talking since I've gotten into this podcasting thing and listened to you females. All the females I've listened to have talked about pegging. I've never heard about pegging
just
until I got into
because
podcast.
in my damn phone all the time.
Even when we brought the girl on that was a streetwalker, not a streetwalker, a native of the night. Excuse me, girl.
Sorry, boo. She would not mean to call you a streetwalker. No, that was just
native of the light. And she was talking about how she gets excited about pegging niggas, and I'm like, this is actually a common thing. I'm seeing. So you don't want to peg nobody?
No.
Okay. Good.
No, I'm good. I'm not gonna put it. I've been around them now. I don't want to put that shit on. Now, if you are married and you recently got married or you're reaching the 7 years, I got to this point and I didn't get past what they call the 7-year itch. It's a psychological term that says, and it tells us that happiness in a relationship declines around the 7th year of marriage. Mm-hmm. Now, this one, I don't think it's for, I guess it could be for regular relationships too, but it's usually marriage. After you take that step and you sign that paperwork and you're won by the court and legally, there's a 7-year itch. And I remember that itch. And that's when I was just I can't do this anymore. And of course, I attribute...
Y'all made it to 7 years? You was married for 7 years?
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
7 years.
So how old were you when you broke a foot? 25?
Yeah.
Damn.
25.
Okay.
Yep. That's when I first left the shop and stuff like that.
Did you take his last name?
Never.
Okay.
I would never do that.
Yeah,
I don't care how in love. I don't care how in love I am. I'm not taking nobody's last name.
I respect that.
No.
So I think for couples, I think it's a 2-year thing when you're just in a relationship. Usually my relationships start to get kind of rocky after 2 years, bitch. After 2 years, I'm at that stage where it's okay, this shit going.
With Jay, it was about 2 years.
Mm-hmm, just a regular relationship. That's when shit starts going down. So 7-year ish. That's a long time.
Yeah, 7. It is a long time, but when you're married, it's a little bit different because it's you're building this home and you're having a child and you're doing all these things things as a married couple. So you kind of like know you have to keep going. You either go to church and you're doing all these things together, which it's a little bit different from just a relationship. You know you have to make it work. So I didn't make it past the 7 years, but I know a lot of people that have gotten past those 7 years. And if you get past it, I think it's a beautiful thing. I think that's when you know, like, we're gonna make it. You can make it through the worst, like, and you're on the other side of the fire. You'll be together forever. So if you're almost there and you're starting to feel that 7 year itch, it happens to almost everybody. Just chill out, go to counseling, take a breath, and maybe like take some time away from each other, but don't break up. It's just a 7 year itch.
Unless it's really for you to break up.
Correct.
Unless it's really some shit that you can't get over and everything like that. You reach your wits end and everything like that. And follow that. Naturally, I think life is too short for us to stay in a relationship where we're not happy and we're not growing. If this relationship is not making you a better person and not bringing value and substance to your life, and you don't see any changes, and you went to go to therapy, and sometimes you don't have to go to therapy together. You can do therapy by yourself.
You definitely should start by yourself.
Yeah. You definitely should, and everything, and actually figure out and see if this is something.
I was actually just talking to a friend. I told you, and she's telling me about her issues with a guy. She's like, I just want to talk to you first, and I'm like, listen, girl, you need a therapist.
Yes.
Like, I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm going to therapy, but my issues are completely different from yours. I decided to go by myself first, and then he came in and went with me. But when you're going by yourself, you start to identify issues that you thought had to do with your partner, but it's really issues that you had on your own.
That's true.
So it's like, oh, so maybe it wasn't him that was annoying me. I was annoying myself for whatever reason. Then you bring them into the picture, and it's like, now you're understanding yourself a little bit better. He understands himself a little bit better, and then boom, now we're both together and living a fucking happy life.
Exactly.
Or it was like I did, and then we break up. So it's one of the two.
Did y'all break up? Did y'all consider a breakup, or do you consider a break?
Right now I think it's a breakup.
Okay. You think?
I think, because I mean, so I was hurting really bad because I'm like, I lost my best friend of 6 years. So, and when everything happened, he's like, I don't want anything to do with you. So when I told him how much it hurt, he's like, I just said that because we were hurt. So we do still spend a lot of time together. But it's a breakup. It's a breakup.
Oh, mine was a hard stop breakup.
No, I don't have a hard stop. I have a yellow light breakup.
Yeah, no, because we tried after we broke up the first time and we got back together, and I decided to leave the second time. I told him, I was like, I love you like a brother.
Whoa.
I know.
Why would you say that?
Because he was my brother. He was my best friend, and I saw him.
You should have said best friend, not brother.
See, and you
don't want to fuck your brother, bro.
And that's exactly what he said. He was so hurt, and I was just like,
me too. Let this nigga tell me I'm like his sister. I'm gonna punch him like his brother.
Friend, I did see him as like a brother, but that was the biggest compliment I think I ever can give anyone. And I told him, like, my love surpasses this relationship for you, and I want to continue to be friends. He couldn't deal with that. So yeah, when I moved out and I took that couch that second time,
you didn't tell me that part. I could have told you why your ass he never spoke to you again. You said he was like a brother.
He blocked me, bitch. He blocked, moved on. He got in a relationship 2 months later, child. And now he living with his fat man in Tampa, honey.
He is fat.
He is fat, bitch. And what would a man that looked like me too, bitch? And
he do kind of look like you when you were big.
My mama texted me. She's like, bitch, so and so got with a man just with your twin. I'm like, girl, he loved me that much. You can't get over me.
And I think to get to stage 5, you need to know your 5 love languages. So I did mine back in 2017. We were looking up our results from like when we actually did them. Mine was in 2017. Yours was in 2014.
2014.
For fucking ever ago. I don't think they changed too much. Maybe we should do them again later.
I think I should.
It'll take forever.
Yeah.
But my love languages, so there's 5 of them. There's quality time, which is like spending, they're pretty self-explanatory. Quality time, acts of service. Acts of service is the one that you do stuff for them. You bring them food, or you clean the house, or you mop for them, or you're doing things physically for them.
Yeah.
Physical touch, that's self-explanatory. Receiving gifts. So your love language might be that if I bring you something, a big expensive gift, or a flower after work, or a candy, or a card, like it's a gift, or a massage for something, or words of affirmation. So those are the 5 things. My top one was words of affirmation. So it goes, once you do the test, it tells you like from top to bottom the 5.
How many points does this break? Does it break it up in? Like how many points total?
Child.
Because it's like 11, 8, 6, 4, 1.
30.
30.
So it's 30 points.
So it's 30 points total for your love languages, and it breaks it down from your highest to your lowest.
Right.
Okay.
So my highest at 10 points was words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
So I love for someone to tell me, I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job. Talk to me. You got to talk. You have to communicate with me. Then my second one is quality time. I have to spend time with you, and quality. Not so. Some dudes out there will spend time with their girlfriend and just laying in bed next to them on their phone, or they'll just go to dinner and like eat. That's not quality time if you're not giving me words of affirmation, or we're not talking or having a conversation and having a deeper understanding of each other. Because it could be 5 minutes or 30 minutes of quality time is so much more than you giving me 2 hours of not paying attention to me.
Right.
Then, I'm just going to go through them real quick.
Yeah.
Then I go to acts of service, physical touch, and my very last one is receiving gifts.
Yeah. So my top one is quality time. Like Carla said, I love for us to we can sit down and watch a movie together, or we can sit down and just talk, or just be silent. That's my Jill Scott.
And just look at me in my eyes.
Just look at me in my eyes. I'm so here for that. It shows that you're sacrificing, you're cutting off the world, and you're just being in this space with me. We're sharing this moment together.
Right.
I love that. My second is receiving gifts. Gift giving is a big thing for me. It just shows that you thought of me. You took the time out to go get something, and it can't just be. Can it just be any gift? No, it can be. It can be anything. It can be any gift. It can be anything. But it just shows, especially if it's a thoughtful gift.
Yes,
it's something that you know that I needed. Basically, like I need a new pair of socks. So, you go out and buy those.
Yes. So it's not like the new pair of sneakers. So this is one thing that I used to run into. I believe I don't know how into his was receiving gifts was, but he would go and get a pair of sneakers for himself, right? In the beginning of our relationship. He's a big sneakerhead, Jay is. So our first year, he would always get whatever Jordans came out, right? So what he would do is he would get a pair for me too. And bring me all these Jordans. So I have a closet full of fucking Jordans. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these Jordans?
Right.
But he's bringing them to me thinking that I really want these fucking shoes. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't want any more fucking Jordans. Like, buy me a pair of Steve Maddens or a pair of heels. But no, I have like 7 pairs of sneakers. And I'm just like, if my thing was receiving gifts, that wouldn't have done it because it's not something that's specifically for me. You didn't take time or put the thoughtfulness into it. So give me that shit.
Well, to me, it would show like, listen, I thought about myself. This is something that I like and everything like that. And I want to share this with you. So every time I'm going to get me a pair of sneakers, I'm going to pick you up too. So that will really speak to me. That will pull my heart straight.
I don't want that shit. But
and I would look forward, just like something it's us being on the same page because mine is gift giving. Now, one thing I don't do is acts of service. My ex, his top one was acts of service.
Mine too.
Oh my God. If I'm cooking and I tell him to go get something, he would jump and go get something from the store. It doesn't matter what it is. Oh my God, so
he was just like Jay.
Yes,
so he probably reminds you whenever you would see him.
This is why I tell you that Jay just like, he reminds me of my ex used to do the same thing. But yeah, like and he will look at me like, I need acts of service from you. And that's like on the bottom of my totem pole when it comes to me. It's 4 out of 30. So I'm like, nigga, you want me to do what? I can't pick up shit. I cook for you. That's my acts of service.
But then you got to clean up.
I don't clean up either. I don't clean up. But he liked cleaning up. That's his love language. So it worked for me. I'm like, good. I cook. I express myself and everything like that. And especially if you're in the kitchen with me while I'm cooking, that's quality time to me.
I love you being in the kitchen with me. Just pass me the onion so I can cut it.
Yeah.
Sit there and talk to me.
Talk to me. And that's exactly what he used to do. He'll have his glass of wine and everything like that, and or washing dishes while I'm cooking.
Yes. So I had that issue. Like there's times where he did do it great, but there were times that he would be in the kitchen just on his phone, and that would annoy me. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Move the fuck out the way.
Yes.
Move the fuck out
now
the way.
Move out the way.
If you're not going to sit here and spend time with this with me in this moment, just get the fuck out the way.
Right.
So yeah, that was a big thing. Physical touch is on the bottom of the totem pole for me.
One for physical touch.
And this is why I think I need to update this. But honestly,
you don't even like to cuddle.
I don't cuddle with these niggas. No, I'm not in a relationship. I don't do that. I don't. And let me tell you something about that. Okay, a lot of after sex and everything. And this is me speaking to you. To the niggas out there, okay? Don't let these females or these men lay on your motherfucking chest after y'all just have sex, because what ends up happening is exactly what happens. That happens. And if you don't want to be in a relationship with them, if it's just casual sex, get their ass up and let them get out the house, because then they start listening to your heartbeat, and your heartbeat starts becoming in sync, and they start falling in love with you, and you're not, because it's just like, so I don't let them. You don't let them lay on your chest? No, I don't. I get up, I take a shower, or if they are really trying and I'm out of breath, move. Just give me space. Just let me breathe. I will make up something so you can get off
I would
me.
hate having sex with you. I would cry.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
If I had sex with you, I would cry.
I swear to God, you would.
I would cry.
Carla, I promise you. And this is something I don't promise a lot
You
of
have
things.
to, after sex, you have to kiss me and hug me and cuddle with me or I'm going to cry.
You will be so disoriented after I have sex with you,
Bye.
bitch. You won't even notice I just pushed you off me. I guarantee you that.
Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. Listen, you would be asking for CPR all these showers I would have given your ass, and you'd be drowning.
Bitch,
so
exactly.
You wouldn't have time to push me
It would take you
off.
one time to piss on me, bitch, and that was it. I will push your ass. That is piss, girl. That is straight piss.
You just
talking about motherfucking
none.
squirting my ass, bitch. That is piss. You piss on these guys.
No, I don't. Well, they like it.
Hey, some people are into water sports. Hey, I don't knock it.
Water sports. That's the whole song about it, bitch. Water sports.
That's motorsports, bitch. They did not. Yeah, girl.
Oh, my bad.
Learn your songs. Honey.
God,
I can't sit here and banter with you over music. I need Ayana to come here for a music segment.
I thought it was water sports.
No, bitch, it's motor.
I think it's remix now, bitch. It's water sport. Okay, it's the remix, water sports, and I'm giving them out,
bitch. But no, and it's like physical touch is not even equates to sex, right?
No, not at all. It's like
not.
We're in the car. Hold my hand.
Don't hold my hand.
If I'm driving, put your hand on my thigh. You don't want that?
It depends.
I want you to put your hand on my thigh and maybe go up a little bit.
Like holding my hand, my palms get sweaty and stuff like that.
Yes, then you move it around.
Laying on me, hugging on me, cuddling when I get hot and shit like that. So I don't. This is why I have a king size bed.
Then you move around. You take one leg out from under the covers and you get cool again and you put it back.
I would kick your feet off me. Get the fuck off me. Like yeah, let me breathe.
Ew,
Yeah, that's
you
how
would
I
never
am.
be my boyfriend.
Of course, it can't happen. This is why we do this podcast together.
Because I don't want to fuck you at all.
And I would never.
Don't say never.
Girl, I can say that.
You never know.
Girl, it's so many. Listen, it's so. Oh, the girl that was going to take
cute.
my virginity, bitch. She pregnant.
She's right now?
Shout out to my friend Pink.
Oh.
Girl, I just got the worst news this motherfucking weekend, bitch. I've been trying to prep myself. I think
fucking depressed.
Listen, when she announced that she was pregnant, I put up under congratulations with sad face emojis because I'm like, girl, I'm working myself up to get to that moment. Now I really can't have sex with you, girl. You got a baby. You know
what? It's gonna be juicier. After.
No.
The titty's gonna be juicy.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, Pink. I'm gonna have to find me another Pink. I'm gonna have to find me another motherfucking Pink.
Gina.
No, Gina, I like you, Gina. Gina is beautiful, but it was something about Pink. Pink gave me that mother. She's from Polk County, I'm from Jacksonville.
She got a little hood.
So we spoke the same language, and the bitch was bad. Oh, the bitch is bad. The bitch is good. She's German and black. The girl is gorgeous as fuck, and just the way she handles me too, and just like
talks to you rough.
And look, my friends dared me. We was playing Truth or Dare one.
Oh, you gonna tell the story? I wanted to say it so bad, but you told me boundaries, bitch. Boundaries. I couldn't tell your story.
My friends was playing Truth or Dare one day. And I'm daring them to do some crazy shit like take off your top, run, jump in the pool naked, and all this other shit. So these bitches, I'm very serious when it comes to my girlfriends about me being about my sexuality and about me playing with them. They like to try to see if they can turn me, and I set boundaries with that shit. Don't do that shit. So they dared me to put pink titty in my mouth, to suck pink titty, and I went the fuck off. And then they called me a punk. They was like, Anthony, you can't do that because we did all your thing, all your dares. So
where were your dares? Were they bad?
Oh, the dares? No, I told you just like them running and stuff like that naked. Like I had, jumping and just stupid stuff. So Pink came over and she just popped her titty in my mouth. Something happened in that moment. What happened? I was a little confused and bewildered, bitch, because it's not used.
Did your dick jump?
I don't know if it went that far. I can't. I was too disoriented to really for my body to physically react. I didn't know how to react because it was confused. Because usually a titty that go in my mouth is a nipple, is a man nipple. So that soft, pretty titty, but that soft, big ass nipple was in my mouth. And it felt at home. I felt at home for some reason, and I was so confused.
Did your mom breastfeed you? Do you know?
No, my mama said I wasn't gonna bite on her titty, so no, she ain't never breastfed me. I was a formula baby. I was a formula baby, but since it was different from the experience when I sucked that girl titty in the 8th grade, and that titty was musky, and that's exactly why I expected. But the titty was so perfect. So Pink, Yeah, you started something in me. Just you and I are the only one that share this experience. You're the only one I look at this way. Maybe it might be another girl. And I told you sexuality is a spectrum, so I'm never going to tell y'all I'm going to always be gay. But don't y'all come here and try to change me. Females do that shit all the time. And
we're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
We promise.
Sad day.
So now that we know that you're going to be gay forever, especially since your dreams were crushed this weekend. No,
it was crushed.
Titties will never be the same anymore. So
it won't,
that
bitch.
Titty that you had that one time.
That's that baby titty.
Yeah, now it's the baby titty. It's going to be bigger.
Congratulations, Pink.
Yes, congrats. So you want to go into unsolicited?
Yes, let's go into unsolicited advice.
Yeah, we're going to keep this going with the love section. Love relationship, kind of.
Yes.
So
we act like this is fucking February and the Valentine's Day, bitch.
Right? It's summertime because cuffing season is over.
You're right.
So now we're into this, like we were trying to figure out what it was. So it's cuffing season. The other one says fielding season. Yeah. You're out in the field looking for stuff. So right now everybody's on stage one.
Right. Don't let social media make you break up with your relationship too.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Let this episode remind you guys on why you're in a relationship and what stage you're in. Because motherfuckers will get on a relationship on social media, be naked, all these different holes and stuff like that, and you feel envious or you'll develop FOMO, feel like you're missing out on something. You ain't missing out on shit. Niggas still ain't shit. niggas still ain't gonna be shit. Right. And these bitches ain't shit. So go ahead.
Yeah, none of that. So the letter says, I've been with my boyfriend, Larry, for 1 year and 3 months, and he just moved in with me. Larry has 2 daughters. One is about to graduate from high school, and the other is in college. The one graduating high school has decided that she wants to go on vacation to a national park for her graduation present. But the catch is she wants to go as a quote-unquote family, excluding me and bringing her mother, who's at every family function, every family party, and every family picnic. Mm-hmm. I'm very nice to the mother at the functions, but I just don't think it's her place to be on vacation. Larry tried to explain that excluding me on this trip was hurting my feelings, but they said that wasn't their problem. I told them that if the ex-wife goes on the trip, that I am not going to be happy, and we're all going to resent each other. I don't want to be with somebody who I'm going to resent. I need advice as to what to do. She signed it as the odd woman out. So
who you want to go first, bitch?
Okay, I'll go because mine was a brief stint on it. You actually had like an actual experience with it. Mine was after I was married. I briefly dated a professional athlete that had a lot of children, 5 to be exact, and it was 5 different baby mamas. So, it was.
Girl, I don't have to deal with one.
No, it was 5 kids, 5 baby mamas. I don't know what I was thinking. He was great to me. We had a good time. But the last trip that I took over to his hometown, it was summertime. So he would get some of his kids during summertime. Mm-hmm. And I'm about to leave and they're all coming. So I don't want to be with all these kids there. And 3 of the baby mamas were coming up. One was like the main one, and she was coming up first and was going to be there alone at first. So these first couple of days that she's there, the kids are small. This was 7 years ago at this point in time. It kind of like the communication changed, and I realized that I didn't want to be around all this baby mama. So you're at this point where you're like, you don't know what to do. You don't want to feel like you're gonna resent him. I resented it because I didn't necessarily want to be there, but it would have been nice if he said, "Do you want to stay?" You know, and I should have spoke up and said maybe I want to stay for a couple more days and meet them, like and see how they are around you. But I didn't, and I chose to just dead it right then and there that weekend. Like it was done. I never spoke again, and I took myself out of the situation because there weren't enough boundaries set. Those aren't boundaries. Right. These girls are grown as fuck. They can go with their daddy and with you, or it can be the 3 of y'all, a big ass blended family. There's no reason for you to be excluded from this. Like none at all. They are grown girls. No diapers have to be changed. Right. You guys are all adults, clearly. Graduating high school at 17, 18 years old, college, 19, 20 years old. So with the 2 parents, and come on, there's no reason for it. So I wouldn't do it. Yeah. When I was in the situation, I took myself out of it.
Yeah, he should include you. So my situation when I first got my ex, he was married before, and they had a daughter. When I met him, I think Nina was like 3 or 4. So every year, they took Nina on a Disney cruise. Okay, his dad would pay for it and everything like that because he worked for Disney. And yeah, it would be a 7-day cruise and everything like that. And the first year we got together, they went on the Disney cruise, and the ex-wife was going. So it was the daddy, the granddad, my ex, his ex-wife, and a daughter. And I think they were all share a stateroom or some shit like that. So the first year, it was only a couple months of us dating. I was like, what the fuck? Like, are y'all still, you still love her? You still fucking? Like, if all of that was going in my mind, it was like, oh my gosh, so you're leaving here but me by myself and everything. He was like, you know, this is a trip that was already planned, chill out and everything like that. Next year, you'll be included. Next year came, and guess what? Bitch, I wasn't included. Again. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm a year in. I can actually raise some hell now and actually. So I raised some hell and everything like that. And he was like, my dad booked the trip and everything like that. I don't understand why he did it, but he just booked it and he didn't bring you. So by this time, me and the ex-wife, we were in, because a child was involved, and I made it my business to have a relationship with her, because if you're going to have a child, your child around me, you need to know who I am.
That's a strong, bro. Coming as a heterosexual woman,
and she was Jamaican.
If Ayana's dad came out to me, and I told y'all, I've been telling you on this podcast for over a year now, I thought he was gay for a very long time, but he just had a baby in February. So until he had that baby in February, I thought he was gay this whole time. So if he would have came to me and told me he had a boyfriend, I would not. That woman she is an angel.
So listen, it took some years and everything like that, but I told her after they came back from the cruise, I realized, I was like, you know what, in order for this to work, I really do need to get to know her. So me and her, we went out to lunch, and she and I talked and everything like that. She got to know me, and it took some time, and like I said, we actually became great friends. But what crazy. I ended up finding out is that it wasn't her. She didn't mind whether or not I came on a relationship, but she was on the cruise. She was going to be uncomfortable, but the dad made an executive decision just to try to keep the peace by not inviting me. But I'm gonna tell you this: I felt bad. I felt left out. I felt like I was not as important in this relationship because I was not being invited to these family things. Right. Here I am helping raise this damn child and everything like that, and I'm not able to sit here and celebrate. So I felt some type of way. But I will tell you this, and I'm just gonna give it from my point of view. As a stepfather or as a outsider, I don't need to be involved in every single family thing. This is where trust comes into play, right? I need to be in a relationship where I trust you enough to know that you can go and make these memories with your family. And if it's uneasy for me to be, if it's going to take the energy and everything like that of this child's trip, maybe I don't need to be involved, and I can respect that. Not meaning that I'm not going to, my feelings are valid, right? And all this other stuff. But then it's just like, it's the bigger picture. I understand, especially if in most situations doesn't happen as with me and the girl, us getting along and everything. That doesn't happen normally. So at all, right? So, and I respect that. So I'm not going to try to force myself to go on a child's or a family vacation, and it's no need for me to be there. No, I'm just going to trust you and let you do what you do.
So if it's babies, I get it. But as adults, I mean, I'll tell you again, with my last relationship for 6 years, I came into the picture when the child was 3. He is now 9. Mm-hmm. And I have never spent a Christmas with the boy. I have never spent a Thanksgiving with him. I have never spent a birthday. And I resented that for years. To this day, I resented that because I said, but why?
We did all that together.
I didn't do none of that.
Yeah. And like I said, the first 2 years they did, I was separate, but it took me to have that conversation and build that rapport.
I tried, but the bitch is crazy. Crazy ass me. Hey, girl, I know you listen.
See, that's the thing. Both of you guys have to be mature enough in order to get there.
6 years later, I don't want to.
Some of my best memories are, she used to come over our house and we used to cook, me and her would cook Christmas breakfast together, or sometimes
I would have loved to do some shit like that. I would have really enjoyed all of it. But it never happened, so it wasn't meant to be.
All for the betterment of the child.
The baby would have been like living with 2 whole families, 2 homes. Like, my daughter has 2, well, now it's 2 homes. Mm-hmm. She's happy over there, and you see her with her doing her vlogs. It's like she's happy over here. I don't care what goes on over there as long as she's happy and safe and fed. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So why worry? There's no point. She'll always be my daughter. Mm-hmm. And her dad's new woman or whatever, if she's good to her, stay with her all week if you want. I don't care. Have a good time with her.
My mom, and I think I got that from my mom. My mom was real good when it comes to my dad or either my sister's father. When they were in a relationship, she will make it her business to befriend the woman, and out of respect and out of like, I know you're around my child, so I just need to know you, right? You and I have no problem. I don't want my ex or anything like that, and I need you to know I don't want him. So you're giving you what should she do with this? Should she just say fuck it? It's a year and a half in. So it's a year and a half in, and the kids are grown. Now, being that the kids are grown and everything like that, but to be honest with you, girl, Would you really feel comfortable why do you want to go on this vacation? Why? Honestly, do you not trust your man? Is that what it is? And then if you don't trust your man, then that's the conversation you need to be having. I don't think it's really a reason why you need to be on a trip with the family, especially if you don't have. I want to go. And if you want to go, then express that. Like, let him know I want to go, and how he's going to address your feelings and let you know. And it all depends on what your partner says. If he doesn't give you the right answer or make you feel secure into this, because I understand, like, no matter what,
they said that they don't want you there. They're clear, like it's not their problem. They don't want you there. So at this point, you can speak to him in terms of communicate often. If he keeps the line of communication often, he keeps you feeling comfortable. And you can understand that, you know what, this is the way it is for right now. Maybe on the next one they'll take you. You know, there's still another one that has to graduate. Mm-hmm. So maybe then that'll happen. If it happens again, then I would feel a little weird. But
I mean, honestly, it has nothing to do with me. Sometimes we have to take ourselves out of the equation, and in this particular, this has nothing to do with you, especially if you trust him. I was like, girl, just understand that's just one thing you just can't be a part of.
Yeah, I would want to go. If it was me, I would definitely want to go. I would want to go, and I would definitely feel some type of way like you do, and we understand that. But if they don't want you there, figure out if that's the family you want to be a part of. Yeah, I think that's what you need. I felt like I didn't want to be a part of that one guy's family with 5 kids and 5 baby mamas. I said, this is not what I want. So I removed myself. This is a family that doesn't want you around when they go on family vacations. Is that what you want to be a part of? Or are you going to be happy just saying, all right, cool, have a good time. I'm going to go on vacation myself with my girlfriends.
Girl, but the thing about it is that the relationship is good and everything like that. And these kids are about to graduate and this is the last one. I'll just let them go on and do their fucking thing. It's just like, it's just one. Now, if it's other shit that's coming into play where I'm feeling mistreated and all this other stuff throughout this relationship, then I would use this as, another gun in the bullet. Like the bullet in the gun. Like, okay, now this relationship ain't going anywhere.
I think at this point, the way that you worded it, where it's like, they just don't, that how you feel, it's not their problem. It might not be the family for you to be into, especially a year and 3 months in. Especially if he doesn't like say, nah, I'm stepping down, my woman's coming with me. Because that's kind of his job, not yours, to put yourself in there.
But how would the vacation go? No one wants to be on a vacation and it's like awkward. It's tension there.
I wonder what their relationship is right now, though. Like, how often do you speak to these girls? Do you even have a relationship with the girls? Them?
Yes.
Because if you don't have a relationship with them, what the fuck are you asking to go?
Yeah, you shouldn't want to go. Yeah. Especially if and more than likely, if they're that old and you only been with their father for a year and a half, these teenage girls ain't checking for you, bitch. They probably just don't.
I guess for us to give her more in depth is, how close are you with the girls? If you're not close with these girls and don't have a relationship, or with the mom herself, girl, don't even wait till the next one and create a bond or a relationship there. And if it doesn't create, then know that you'll never be a part of it and accept that, or move on.
And that was my problem. It's like I actually did have a bond and everything like that with the daughter. So I really felt fucking left out. I was like, girl, I just bought this bitch a birthday gift. You mean to tell me I can't come on the fucking cruise to see her open it? Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, you ready to move on?
We're going to move on to our
shit talk. I'm going to do mine quick because my throat fucking hurts. And it hurts because I have you dirty foots over at Rolling Loud that don't take vitamins, but I didn't take mine either. Basically, I went to Rolling Loud to have a great time. It was a great performers. The first one, I'm going to give it to Lil Wayne because that's the one person I was really looking forward to see. Like, I feel like we grew up with Lil Wayne and I just wanted to see him perform old songs. And he was the guy that I was just waiting for it. So I wait for it on Saturday. We're waiting there all on stage. And then like right before he's supposed to come on, we get a notification over the thing that he canceled right before coming on because he didn't want to get surged. They didn't say the reason, but I found out later. He didn't want to get surged. And they tell us that they're going to have another huge performer come out instead of him. So I was like, oh, who the fuck is it going to be? So we left and we're like, fuck it, we don't want to watch this. And we tried to guess, me and Gina, who it was going to be. So she said Future and I said Drake. There were two that weren't on the ballot because everybody else is on the ballot. So we're like, who is it going to be? I'm like, it's going to be Drake. Because they were like, it's a huge performer. It's a huge performer. And I was like, all right, bet Drake. And she's like, Future. Then all of a sudden, fucking whatever song Drake has with Meek Mill, come on.
Yes,
which one is it?
Going Bad.
That one.
Nicki Minaj did a remix.
So the song Come On Bitch, me and Gina are somewhere we can't see the stage. When I said, bitch, Drake, we started sprinting like $2 hookers down OBT, bitch. Gone, Olympics. When we get up there, it was Meek Mill.
which is just as big, bitch.
No, but Meek Mill came out the day before with Rick Ross. He had already hit a couple of different stages, so I'm just like, they brought him out for 3 songs. First of all, shout out to him for coming last minute. He got paid, okay?
Yeah.
Paid to do that late ass show. But I didn't get Lil Wayne. Then outside of that, there was a suspected open shooter, so people got trampled on. I was gone for that, but both days there was supposedly a suspected shooter on grounds. People were being ghetto as fuck, fights breaking out, people were trying to come in with drugs and guns, and Kodak Black got arrested. NBA YoungBoy security shot an innocent bystander and killed him.
Oh my God, no.
It was just so much going on. And I'm thinking, we can't have shit.
Niggas can't have shit.
We can't have shit. Coachella don't have this shit going on. Everybody, the only thing that happened at Coachella was there was a herpes outbreak because everyone was so in love. They were so in love and having such a good time. They all gave each other herpes. Here we like giving out bullets. You know what? Before I take a bullet to the fucking head, I'll take some herpes.
Right. No,
you know. So
I don't know, bitch.
You want a bullet to the head,
girl? I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't know. It's 1 to 3 people have herpes, so
right.
I ain't
so
gonna talk about it on
it's
this
just
episode.
What I'm saying is let's do better. Let's act better. Like I'm just saying we could have so much more. And I went to Dreamville, but now I'm thinking that Dreamville, since it was the first year, we had a good time, and then after this year, it's gonna be some bullshit. You know, this shit's gonna happen like Rolling Loud. So all I'm saying is niggas can't have nothing nice, and I ain't going back because I'm
nor
pissed
can
off.
niggas make motherfucking sandwiches in motherfucking Subway. But I digress on that.
What's yours, friend?
So, my shit talk is a little bit more serious. It's educational as well.
Fuck you. This is educational too.
No, not comparing it to yours. I'm just talking about educated people with my little shit talk. So, my shit talk, you guys know the cartoon author.
I thought you were doing the other one. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, author basically, well, since we're talking about love and everything like that, I think this is fair.
You're right.
So, author, the cartoon author comes on PBS. They're entering into their 22nd season, bitch. That's 22 years.
I didn't even know that shit stayed on.
I did not know it stayed on.
I thought it was reruns.
I thought so, too. So, the thing that got everybody in an uproar, or I don't want to say everybody, because from the comments that I read, we still, half of people are starting to be more accepting. But author's teacher, Mr. Ratburn, comes out as gay and gets married in season 22. So the Shade Room went ahead and posted this, and of course I went through the comments and I started seeing a lot of ignorant comments that I see all my life, seen almost all my life about, oh my God, you know, what are they doing to our children? They're influencing these kids. Kids can't have anything innocent anymore. And you know, shit, comments like this really pisses me off, and it pisses me off for a couple of reasons. For one, most of these comments came from black women. Okay, black women that are supposed to be nurturers and all this other stuff. They are the mothers of our culture. Right. And what you guys have to understand is that gay people really never have been able to see themselves represented in any type of media whatsoever. We're just now starting to get to this place where I'm able to start to see someone like me that I can identify with on TV, especially as a young kid growing up, confused about who I am, right? Not knowing, because everything around me is heterosexual. Right. And what I'm being taught is what I'm feeling is wrong, which brings kids to these situations where they are lost. It develops a lot of depression and commit suicide, like the young kid Shelby did. And on top of that, having things like this happen, you know, instead of kids are not going to be able to see a cartoon and say, I want to be gay, right? I've never seen a cartoon with heterosexual kids in there and say, you know what, I want to be straight, or I'm going to be straight. It doesn't influence you that way. That's not how gay work. How this does work is it teaches our kids tolerance and acceptance, right? It teaches our kids like, hey, there's someone else out there. It's another group of people that's not like you, right? That still needs to be represented, that you still need to learn about, right? And it helps with bullying, because bullying comes from two different things. One, not really understanding, right? Not able to relate. I don't understand why you are that way, right? And two, what your parents have taught you, right? Kids are able to learn these behavior. Bullying is a learned behavior. So you motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up when it comes to how the fuck you feel about your kids gonna be motherfucking gay. Oh, the innocence is gone. Oh, the world is going to hell and all this other stuff. Bitch, you going to hell for fucking last night, bitch, without with a nigga that you met on the motherfucking street and your kid in the motherfucking next room. That's the type of shit you going to hell for. Stop with this just because, you know, shows like Pose, shows like motherfucking Cookie Lion and all this other stuff. Empire. Motherfuckers had an uprun because motherfucking Hakeem Lion, not Hakeem. What's his nigga name? Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett was in there and everything like that, and he was gay. And everybody had
he fucked shit up for all gays. No, the fuck he did. Fucked everything up for all the gays.
Shut up.
Fucked it up.
But my whole thing is, bitch, listen. Gay people are not going anywhere, okay? We're not going anywhere. We've always been here. And gay has always been here.
It's not a country for gotta go to.
It's not a country. It's not something that's going to stop. So what needs to happen is, especially since we're fighting for equality, we're trying to fight against opposition and people being oppressed and shit like that. You guys, we need to stop oppressing other races of people, or other groups of people, okay? So I'm happy that this cartoon decided to go out and allow this to be shown. I think it is something that these kids should be taught. I know people are in uproars because now they're making they're teaching gay sex, not gay sex, but they're teaching about gay sex practice and health and stuff like that in schools now.
Are they?
Yes, and it's something that needs to happen because listen, a lot of STDs and stuff like that is passed, and I need to know how to properly protect myself.
So how do they do that in class? So what is I don't know how to do it, but in your opinion, do they say at the same time in front of the heterosexual kids?
Just like you're teaching heterosexual health, you need to teach the same thing about gay health. Okay. It's something that kids are going to experiment. Kids are going to do whatever they need to do, but kids still need to learn how to protect themselves. All right. And kids still need to be, no matter if they're gay, straight, or otherwise, they still need to see love, and they still need to experience love, and they still need to see themselves represented. So stop thinking that gay people are trying to impose onto your culture and things that you hold on to dearly. That's not. It's our culture too. We share the same planet, right? We share the same fucking media. So stop thinking that everything is yours. It's not. I allow these kids to be represented, period.
Right.
And I think this is dope. PBS, hats off to you. And any other cartoon, I know when Sesame Street finally came out and said that Ernie and Bert was gay.
They did.
And you motherfuckers talking about you're still trying to get over it. It's nothing for you guys to get over. It's nothing for you guys to accept. Okay? You can't, it's nothing for you guys to prove. Somebody else's lifestyle is not your motherfucking business. Okay? So with that being said, fuck you. But everybody got a motherfucking problem with it. Bitch, okay, and again, it's cool for me to be your gay friend and everything like that, and go out shopping with you motherfuckers and everything like that. But it's not cool for me to express my love for with a man that I fucking love, or with someone that I'm in love with, and get married and all this other stuff. You don't want that gay shit around you, but you want that gay shit around you when it's benefiting you,
right?
When it's entertaining you. So you can't pick and choose this shit, okay? That's what I'm saying.
So we gonna let them get married.
And fuck these motherfucking love bugs. You motherfuckers.
No, wait. we will shout out the show. No, we're not gonna shit on love. Not today. Today they can be
I said
here.
love bugs.
I know,
bitch.
but they're still in love, so we gotta leave them alone. Real quick shout out on iTunes. If you guys can get on iTunes, you can do it on your PC, you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your iPad. Make sure to help us out and support the show by going on there and rating, reviewing, and subscribing to the show. Shit, I'm 30. You just go on there. It literally takes 2 minutes. And I wanted to shout out today that says the AKG 100, entitled The Best, one of the realest in the game, great podcast. So thank you so much for leaving a review on there. And if you want to be the next one that we read out and we shout out on the show, go ahead and go to iTunes, Shit I'm 30, subscribe, put a 5-star rating, and put a review, whatever you want to write on it. It'll always be there. You can put your name on there, and I'll shout you out next. Now, don't forget that if you are looking to start your own podcast, whether you want to talk some shit like I do, or you have a story to tell, or you have a business, you should definitely start a podcast. It's something it's a new wave, and if you don't innovate with times, you're going to be left behind. Mm-hmm. So especially if you have some type of business, you should definitely be starting a podcast. So I can teach you how to brainstorm the right and perfect podcast for you. You can position your personal brand. I can teach you tools. We can do a Q&A. Any questions you might have when it comes to podcasting, I'll also give you a pitch template for your potential sponsors, as well as guests to come on your show, and your social media strategy for your launch. So from idea to launch of your podcast. So go to carlawilmeris.com/consultation. And that's how you'll get over. You can book it right there on the website. You hit the 30-minute follow-up, or this, if you've already done one, or a 60-minute podcast consultation. You pay for it right then and there. You get on my schedule. And we'll be face-to-face on a Skype conversation. So book that again, carlawilmeris.com/consultations. And friend, what you selling?
So, you guys, we sat here and we talked about a lot of love and everything like that, and about coming together. And first come love, then come marriage, then come baby and a baby carriage. But in that is you buying a house. I don't understand what the fuck I was going with that. But, if you guys are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please give me a call. I drop gem drops every week. Right now, it's the summertime. Kids are out of school. This is the perfect time that families are looking to move. So for sellers, this is the perfect time for you to put your home on the market. Buyers, interest rates are low. So contact me. Let's do a consultation. My consultations are free, like I always say. And we can come up with a game plan to get you into your home by the end of the summer. So yeah, check out my website at bertramestates.com.
Perfect. Now, thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget again to go on Spotify. You can go on anywhere you listen to podcasts or music. You'll find us on there. Yes. So subscribe and keep coming back next week with us. Bye.
Bye.
Bitch, my throat hurt for real.